The air on the engagement podium was suffocating, thick with the scent of lilies and the underlying tension of a disaster in progress. Shania stood radiant and predatory, sliding a heavy diamond ring onto Akshodaya's finger with a sharp, possessive click that sounded like a trap snapping shut. Then, it was his turn. Akshodaya reached for the ring intended for Shania, but his fingers were no longer under his control. They trembled with a violent, rhythmic intensity. The romantic song playing in the background was no longer music, it was a ghost screaming in his ears. His vision blurred as the sadness of Shravani's presence in the crowd acted like a weight on his soul. The ring slipped. It hit the marble with a cold metallic chime and bounced away into the shadows. The crowd's collective gasp was like a sudden intake of air before a scream. Near the edge of the podium, Shravani moved with the precision of a shadow. While pretending to fret over a stain on her ghagra, she slipped a ring from her own finger and tossed it into the darkness, simultaneously using a subtle practiced kick to send Akshodaya's actual engagement ring toward her own feet. Chaos ignited. Shania's triumphant smile twisted into a mask of manic anger. She pointed a trembling finger at Shravani. "You, this boutique girl," she screamed, her voice cracking. "She's the only one near the spot. She stole my expensive ring. I saw her hands moving." Priya Oberoi stepped forward, her lime green sari rustling with lethal intent. She didn't look at the crowd, she looked at Nisha. "Nisha, find that ring immediately," Priya commanded, her voice like grinding stone. "No one leaves this hall until it is found." Maya stood in the center of the storm, a pillar of ice in her purple coat. She caught Nisha's eye for a fraction of a second, her gaze flickering toward the floral arrangement where the trap had been laid. "Madam, here it is," Nisha cried out, diving toward the flowers. It was under the arrangement. Shania snatched the ring from Nisha's palm, her face flushed with a terrifying greed. Without a word of apology, she seized Akshodaya's hand and forced him to slide the metal home. The ceremony was complete, but the night was over. Maya walked to the center of the podium, her voice booming with a cold, calculated fury that silenced every whisper in the hall. "Enough!" Maya shouted. "Priya madam, you invited us here just to insult us? You think my sister needs your cheap diamonds? We can buy thousands of rings like this and throw them in your garden for the crows." Maya seized Shravani's hand, signaling to the Ratnaparkhi parents that the performance was finished. They turned as one, a phalanx of power retreating from the palace. Priya Oberoi broke her regal composure, sprinting toward the exit. She reached out and grabbed Maya's arm to pull her back, a physical echo of the same humiliating gesture she had used to break Sija months ago. Maya flinches at the touch, a strange primal chill racing down her spine. She didn't yet know the story of Sija's exile, but the karma of the gesture resonated in her blood. "Don't touch me," Maya hissed, her eyes burning with a light that made Priya recoil. "The fire has already started, Priya. Now watch it burn." Priya was left standing alone under the harsh yellow glow of the porch light. She looked small, her lime green silks suddenly drab, as the roar of the billionaire's cars faded into the distance, leaving her with nothing but the silence of a house already in ruins.